Welcome to the Coach Business Podcast. I'm your host and today interviewer, Caryn Gillen. And today we have Nadine here, and she's coming in all the way from, is it New Zealand, right?
Australia, same
Australia.
thing. Don't tell
Oh,
them, don't tell the
pre-
Kiwis.
pretty different. I don't know.
I know. Same corner of the world.
Yeah. Same very long flight from here.
I know, far too long,
Yeah.
far
So
too
tell
long.
us, give my audience a little, who are you exactly? What is it you're an expert at?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Nadine. I am a copywriter turned customer experience and retention strategist. So I started off loving words, giving my clients the messaging, the sales strategies to sell their thing, whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm.
And then over probably the last 3 odd years, really discovered that I'm super passionate about the before and the after of that purchase of
Mm-hmm.
the thing, and really went down a rabbit hole. So not only in my business have I started to be really strategic about the customer journey, how my subscribers, my customers experience not only my brand, but also my offer suite. And I have since then started incorporating that into the way I work with my clients. So they're getting the words to sell the thing, but also the strategies to really connect it into the bigger picture of their business, to tailor the messaging to their audience based on where they are on their customer journey, and also make it hyper specific. So really present the offer at the right time based on signals their customers, their subscribers, their audience are sending them.
Okay. I have a few questions based on the intro. What I really want to hear about, because I haven't heard someone say it maybe that clearly, is what are the signals our customers are sending that tell us or teach us where they could go, where they want to end up? So tell me more about how you think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel often we look at subscribers, customers as the same, right? We have that picture of who we serve, what they're struggling with, the problem they need solved. And we're speaking to everyone the same, whether that's in our email marketing, on our sales pages. So, how I'm approaching selling in my business is really letting my audience drive the customer journey themselves. So I have various offers, various courses, and based on the signals they're sending me, so engagement with my content, clicks and emails, behavior inside evergreen funnels, I then send them down different paths. So it is hyper specific based on, you know, whether they're indicated they're DIYers, outsourcing, also, how many times they've clicked on a sales page, for example, to then trigger personal outreach. So I pay super close attention to the data rather
Mhm.
than just letting my email system collect all those juicy bits for me. I dive deep into it and then use that as the foundation to trigger that next step. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, but as you were talking, I got the image of a ski hill in my or
Yeah.
mountain, where there's you go
Mm,
here and then that's Black Diamond and you can come down over this way, but you can stop. There's a cafe.
yeah.
You can
It's a little
really,
bit like that.
yeah, but there's this path. But the thing about a ski hill is everyone's constantly skiing, gravity is working for
Mm.
us, right? And so you're using that gravity of their behavior to get them towards a sale.
That's right. And ultimately, that just means the messages they're receiving are always relevant
Yeah.
because we're triggering the content, the emails based on the interest they've shown. So
Yeah.
we're not pushing the same sales message to everyone. It is always actionable. So there's an outcome and an action that we're asking at the end. That's potentially helping them solve that problem, whether that's joining our group program, working with us one on one. It's valuable because, while I'm selling in those emails and in that content, it is blended with little aha moments, little nuggets, and leaves them off wiser than they were before.
Yeah. Where does that amount of curiosity and care come from in you?
I'm semi obsessed with customer delight. I don't know, like as a customer, I pay really close attention to how I experience brands. So it probably
Yeah.
started with that curiosity. So I pay super close attention to, checkout processes, but also marketing. Like we all know what it feels like when you receive this email from someone inviting you to sign up to something you already own or a product
Mm,
that's
I
completely
know.
unrelated to
Like, why
like
don't
your
you know I'm already your
lifestyle.
client?
Yeah, I'm like, why do you want me to upgrade to internet? I'm already your customer. Like, it's just so frustrating. So that
Yeah.
sort of triggered it. And then also in my client projects, so many times it felt like they were doing something because they were told by, in inverted commas, the gurus to, have this ascension model and you have to do it a certain way. You get people in with a freebie. You then sell them into this $27 product. Then after that, you're taking them through XYZ funnel, which nowadays particularly doesn't necessarily work, right? The online consumer is
Yeah,
so
we're
savvy.
yeah, we're done with it.
I know, like everyone knows how it works. The
Unless
fake
it's something I
timers.
really want. If it's something I really want and it's someone I really love, I'm like, okay, okay. Like it's almost
Yes.
fun. But most
But
of
again,
us,
then it's hyper specific and hyper relevant, right?
yeah,
Because
exactly.
like you're ready to purchase, but it's that outdated evergreen funnel that just doesn't convert and it annoys people and they're hitting that unsubscribe button. So
Yeah.
I'm flipping that coin and really letting people go through regular programming, then send me a signal, and that's when I jump on it. And they totally can leave that programming, that hyper specific
Yeah.
programming at any point. So I'm giving them the option to, again,
Opt
tell
out.
me this is not for me right now. I'm not interested. And then they go back into that
So you're
regular
asking
programming.
for consent at multiple points in the journey down the mountain.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, it's respecting their time
Yeah.
and gets their consent. And inboxes are busy nowadays as well. So
Oh
I'm
man.
not here to take you through a 10 email funnel. If after email one you go, yeah, I checked that out because I was curious, but I'm not actually ready to buy, you can totally tell me and I'll leave you alone. So that's
Hmm.
the beauty of actually listening to your customer, listening to your audience, and yeah, putting them in control of what they're receiving from you.
Yeah. What I don't hear is like the entitlement that somebody should buy from you if they're on your list. So
Mm.
tell me how you think about that.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe people have the right to be on my list. I don't expect you to buy within 3 months of joining, and otherwise you get kicked off. So, what I do is keep a super clean list. So,
Hmm.
I do pay attention to people who have no interest in what I'm sending clearly. So, I do a regular automated list clean.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, if people are reading my emails, they're engaging with my emails, they're not buying, I'm actually, funnily enough, rewarding them for being there. So I've got this automated reward system, which is totally not advertised, not official, but I am sending people like subtle, gentle nudges to take that first step
Mm.
because they've clearly shown an
Yeah,
interest.
you're paying
They,
attention.
yeah, and you know what? Like we never in reward programs reward people who are following along, who are those quiet
Hmm.
supporters, the quiet fans that potentially share what you're doing with their network without you even knowing. So a lot
Right.
of my clients, when you dig deeper, have been on my list for ages. They've been watching. It's just that the timing wasn't right, financially, potentially just didn't stack up because times are tough. And when I then read through that intake form and they finally do join a program or they buy a course from me, often you see this, I've been following you for ages, love your content, and finally took the plunge. So people are paying attention. So I totally believe, treating everyone the same. If people honored, you know, honored you and signed up to your list and actually put up their hand to receive you in their inboxes, that's a huge sign of trust. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's not to be discounted.
Yeah. And I do, even the statement of paying attention, they're paying. They're
Mm,
paying you with their attention. Like it is not
yeah.
nothing to have someone there reading all the
Yeah.
emails that we get.
Yes. And there's many, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I manage
Uh,
my email and my mother-in-law. So I'm unsubscribing, twice as
oh,
much from everything.
yeah. And I mean, thankfully, it gets easier
Yeah.
nowadays with all the changes coming. But again, like it's so important to be relevant because people can unsubscribe
Yeah.
with one click. So it's never been more important to be specific, be relatable and relevant in every email that you send.
Yeah. Okay. So I have people listening who are far along in business and are running, more substantial businesses that do customer journey in a more I don't know, intricate way. And then I have
Yeah.
people who are brand new and they have like their first list and their first nurture sequence and they're sending their first emails. And I'm just wondering, like, what's the wisdom to share with people who are getting started in this land of customer journey and emailing and staying in contact?
Yeah, I would 100% start with looking at your data and the data that you've been collecting. If you have just started out, likelihood is you're potentially not using segmentation and tagging too strategically, but have a look at how, like, what percentage of your email list is actually engaging with
Mm-hmm.
your emails. Have a look at your best performing content. Have a look what really resonates with your people. And once you know what's working, what's resonating, have a look at how your offer suite fits together. Because again, ascension models aren't everything. It can also be complementary. So if you have a few offers in your business, I'm sure there are various ways for people to tap into those offers. So have a look how those potentially connect so you can organically present that next step.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone joined your program, finished your program, there is that next logical step, let's say a membership that can give them continued support. You know, drop a little hint at the end of that onboarding sequence. If they're engaging with that, you know, take that as an invite to send them specific content. So yeah, paying attention to your data, having a look how your offer suite connects in various ways. And then absolutely, if you're not doing that yet, look at trigger links. I know they're called different things in different systems, but rather than just linking to sales pages and destinations on your website directly, in the main email platforms, you can turn those simple links into links with superpowers, as I like to call it. So there's all this magic happening on the background. The subscriber has no idea that all this is going on. So you can tag people, you can add them to a segment, you can even, based on, again, which email platform you're in, but the main ones, you can update custom fields, for example. So you can actually count how many times someone has interacted with a sales page, which again is just a bit of liquid code that you set up on the background. And if you don't want to send people down a rabbit hole on the first click, you can, you know, just have your content, your regular programming rotating, and then keep count. And once they hit a certain milestone in that custom field, that's when you can take that as an expression of interest. You know, if someone checks out your sales page 5 times, there's a pretty good indication that something is there. They're curious. They just need a little bit more information to help them
Yeah.
overcome that objection, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I just heard a great phrase too by another woman in the group where we met, the
Yeah.
Mixer Mind. Taylor Aller said she'll follow up with an email personally and say, "You clicked that link for a reason." Like, tell me, like, and that's the start of the email. And I always find it really interesting to see, like, why are people headed that direction? Why aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super interesting. And personal outreach, again, it's not scalable. So if you are serving thousands and thousands of people, potentially not the right path for you. But again, you can have a certain milestone if someone hits that 5
Mhm.
click in your
Yeah, that a
launch.
certain email
You
goes
know,
out. Yeah.
like, just don't reach out to everyone, just those people
Hmm.
that clearly are on the fence, they're stuck and they need help to get off that fence. So
Right.
that I used this strategy in my recent membership launch and it converted so well. So again,
Nice.
looking at people who clicked a certain times, sending
Hmm.
them a Bonjoro video. There are other tools as well, but
Hmm.
I personally prefer Bonjoro. And I reached out to them, not in a pushy way. I just extended an invitation saying, you know, clearly something's telling me you're interested. I just want to help you decide either
Hmm.
way, yes or no.
Yeah.
So if there's anything on your mind, please reach out. And the conversations were amazing and conversions were off the charts. And some people didn't join, but then we clarified that it just wasn't the right time. They still had the answers. So next
Yeah.
time I'm running a
Right.
launch, you know,
I
they've got
love when
everything
people
they
don't
need.
join for the right reasons.
Ah,
And then
and
when
I'm
you
not
know that.
here. Yeah, and I'm not here to push anyone into something
Yeah.
that's not right for them. So that's not the intent. But it's, again, the
Hmm.
personal touch, actually giving people permission to start a one-on-one conversation with you.
Hmm.
And be in touch with you. It builds trust. It also answers those objections, and it's still so uncommon. A lot of people just go through the motions, those
Yeah, that's
24 hours
what's
left, 2 hours left emails. But what if you did actually reach
see
out
people.
personally, like the impact on your conversion rate, on your customer trust, on even the customer experience here, like that next level trust that they're making the right decision to go all in is just yeah, super elevated.
Yeah. I talk a lot about how it's so important in a sales process to really see someone and
Mm.
how rare it is for someone to actually be seen. And it's sounds like you do such a good, thoughtful job of through this whole process, even though it's automated, it's all set up so the person feels seen and
Mm.
is seen.
Yeah, and while I'm a huge fan of automation, again, it's really taking a close look at where automation is appropriate and
Right.
where that
Yeah.
personal element can make a huge difference. So even evergreen funnels, I have certain triggers in there, certain signals that I'm looking out for, that if someone engages, it becomes unscalable. And I take over with a quick reach out, quick message, and that's all it takes. People
Yeah.
feel appreciated and know they're not part of this automated machine.
So the homework I want to give everybody listening is to think through, even if you're doing relationship-based marketing and you're not setting up a ton of automation, is to notice, because I think we will all know what are the triggers that happen that make sales happen for us? And then is there any automation there? Like I have a thing where if I'm talking to someone in person and their head does this almost like a Labrador where they cock their head to the side
Yeah.
a little bit, I'm like, oh, they're going to hire me. And it usually happens within 6 months. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a trigger, right? But it's,
How cool.
I don't know how to automate that into my email system.
Yeah, that'd be good visuals. But how cool is it? It's
Yeah.
paying attention, right? And
Right.
deeply knowing your customer. Like you have a pretty good indication when someone's ready.
Yeah.
Even, people starting to reply to your emails more.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, adding them to
Yeah.
a little to watch list where you pay extra attention to what they're doing. I feel email lists often are treated as this thing that needs to scale, which obviously we need to grow our lists, but there is an element of, the super fans, the most engaged fans. So really see how you can almost reward people to enter that, loyal super fan segment, even if they're not spending with you yet. Ultimately, if you're supporting them, if you keep serving them, that's going to happen
Yeah.
down the track.
Yeah. This all too makes me think about when we have our nervous systems are all ramped up. Maybe we don't have enough money and we're feeling impatient. A lot of this stuff is
Mm,
very hard if we're in that place, right? This is some
yeah.
super calm, very grounded, loving, good strategy you're talking about. So, in the step before people are ready to work with someone like you, like what do they need to have set and dialed in so that they can feel safe to like do this work and be this calm in the way they automate these things?
It's, I feel it's a gradual process. Again, not coming at your sales process as this element of scarcity and urgency, which obviously we're business owners, we need to make money. But I feel setting up this, retention system where almost you're looking at it as the long-term game is the key to things. So rather than just looking at it like I need to convert people now, once they're bought from me, well, they're customers, I'm done. It's having a look at how you can make them part of your world long term, how you can keep them engaged, how you can, yeah, swirl them around in your office, in your universe, keep them engaged and take them along for the ride. And as a customer, it often comes from the strategy session that I have with my clients. So where we get together and a lot of the before and after pieces they've never considered because you're coming into the project as I need to sell this course, I need to sell this program, let's make it happen. So the side benefits of working with me are that we are mapping out what comes first. So this pre-launch journey, what
Mhm.
needs to happen to actually have them in the right mindset to then receive the offer, but also the after. So what happens as soon as people sign up? How can you onboard them strategically? How can you set them up for success as soon as they join, whether that's a membership, a course? So again, it's about anticipation, and putting yourself in your customer's shoes rather than coming at it from the business owner who's selling something. So it's the perspective shift. And often after the strategy session, clients just go, oh my God, this is, the perspective shift. It's such a different approach to selling, the long
From
game.
sales to service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. Powerful shift. So, not treating transactions as that, but as the starting point of this beautiful long-term relationship you're establishing with your customer.
Yeah. Nice. What do you think that our field or our industry needs more of right now?
Connection, personal touches, as much as AI is coming in, right? Like we're trying to automate, and there's nothing wrong with automating. So AI can be super helpful, but it's how can you keep your opinions, your take on things, your IP? How can you keep that protected and unique to you? And how can you infuse that into the way you interact with people, the way you onboard with people? So even I was just chatting to guests on my podcast about custom GPTs and chatbots inside group programs. Again, something super tempting, right? We can just build this bot and we can outsource peopling and outsource coaching and, make us available to everyone. So really it's a matter of resisting removing us from the equation, because with AI, people are absolutely craving that human element. That's why personal video messages work so well, because they see there's a real person. There's a real person they're buying from. They get a sense of what they're coming into, the connection with you, and this level of support they're receiving. It's that, I don't know, warm hug before the purchase. And it shouldn't stop there. So, keep it up after the purchase, celebrate milestones. I feel, like don't take the purchase for granted and your customer. It's a matter of showing the gratitude after the purchase.
Yeah. There's so many ways we can just be checking boxes. And what I hear you saying is at every point, we have the option to check the box, or we could be really relational and see these people, put some more heart into it. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And with AI as well, I'm sure you've seen it. Everyone sounds the same. Everyone shows up the same. The emails, you can absolutely tell what's been
Maybe
plucked
I'm not
straight from
watching.
AI.
I unsubscribe
Maybe.
from everything, so maybe I'm not even seeing it because I'm like, I don't know. Is it a thing?
I feel like, everyone sounds the same. Even, I don't know, there's just a lot of sameness, same angle, same everything. So if you can stop the scroll or stop people in their track and be different, so, be game and try something no one else has tried before. So keeping people on their toes and catching them off guard works a treat as well. So in my approach to email, I constantly run experiments. They could backfire, they could succeed, but people love following along for that experimenting and just having something different in their inbox. It works a treat. So disrupting that pattern and what else, whatever else AI is spitting out at the moment.
Oh, that's hilarious. My newsletter is a little more random, I think, than AI for sure.
See, that works.
Yeah. So what have we not talked about that should be talked about?
I feel automation, customer journeys, again, they're buzzwords. And while automation is great, I feel sometimes we can over automate things. So whenever you are looking at switching things up in your email marketing and the way you sell, take a step back first and see whether it's actually going to have a positive impact on your business, a positive impact on your customer. So is it going to make a noticeable difference to the way they experience your brand? And then is it manageable for you? So there's no point setting up automations for things you're selling as a one-off. So really prioritize where you can have the biggest impact. Start with that and take it in baby steps, and testing, tweaking absolutely is part of the process. So you're never done. Implement, let it sit for a bit, let it collect data, and a few months down the track, revisit, have a look what worked, potentially even have a look at what new insights you have, what conversations you've had with customers, how the environment, our surroundings have shifted, because we all know at the moment the world keeps changing at a rapid pace, which definitely is impacting our consumer mindset. So baby steps, even if you come up with ideas or make an action plan list, and you just chip away at it, it doesn't have to be daunting to set up these automations, these evergreen customer journeys. It, yeah, it can be manageable in baby steps, and
Yeah.
if you come at it from a strategic angle.
I like that you said do the most impactful thing first. She did not say do the easiest thing first.
No.
The most
And yeah, it's
impactful.
easy to fall for the shiny object syndrome, right? Like you
Right.
see something somewhere and you go, that's cool, I'm going to try it. So really come at it from that angle. Is it going to have impact for you, for your customer? And, is it worth your while? Because obviously implementing things is going to come with a price tag, whether it's your time, your budget, your energy, and it needs to be totally worth your while in the long run.
I love it. Yeah. Agree. 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 So tell us, like, what is it you do over in your membership?
It's my membership's called Retention Lab. So we are chipping away at basically what we touched
What you
on
just
in
laid out. Yeah.
this episode. So it's looking at the long game. So basically what happens once someone comes into your world, and fixing whatever leaky funnels you have, because often I feel list growth nowadays is this tick in the box, right? You speak at events and you participate in all sorts of visibility opportunities. And then people enter your list, but you have no real action plan for what to do with them, what comes next, how to take them on this journey we just explored. And inside Retention Lab, we are taking action every month with bite-sized formulas, to take gradual action. So those bite-sized steps, to work your way through to this automated process where people receive the right content at the right time and keep buying from you long term.
Yeah. So your people have a fair number of clients when they're ready to come work with you.
Yeah, so these are established business owners. There's a whole mix. So some have memberships, some have courses, some have a mix of one-on-one offers, and digital products. But yeah, they have multiple products that they then connect in this beautiful way, and sell to people in a way that feels good.
Cool. Okay. And where can people find you, or online or on your own podcast?
Yeah, so you can find me on my podcast, which is called What Would They Do, where I answer burning customer experience questions every week, with bite-sized action steps you can take to move forward there and then. You can also find me on my website, which is candocontent.com, and I'm on Instagram at Can Do Content if you want to connect there. Drop me a DM and let me know whether this resonated with you.
Perfect. Thank you. And thanks for
Awesome.
taking such good care of people. It's always,
I'm
not everybody
obsessed.
does it, right? So it's so nice.
Can't help it. I think some people just, aren't people pleasers. There's an element of that, but, just customer first. There's nothing wrong with loving your customers and obsessing over them.
That's what I say. It's okay to love your clients. Yeah.
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 Love that. Well, thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Nadine, for being here and being a reminder that it's okay to love our clients. It's okay to love our subscribers. It's okay to see and take great care of people. I think sometimes we can get in the way on that one, especially if we're being impatient about revenue. It can be hard to really be in the moment and care for people right where they are and be patient and set up great systems, even though right now we need more clients or whatever the thing may be. But I think as much as you can, as often as you can, if you could slow it down enough, get yourself into that place where you can really be close be close to your clients and their problems and how you understand them and really care about them right where they are, it's only going to have a positive impact. Thank you for the work that you do. I know that every single one of you listening shows up and does this because you really do care about how you help and who you help, and that you want other people to experience the shifts and transformations that you've experienced. And I think that's a really big deal. And not everybody does it, and not everybody can do it. So if you feel special, it's because you are. And I think it's just a really good thing. So thank you. Thank you for being one of the coaches on the team. All right. Have a good day. And if you haven't yet, I would love you to leave a review for the podcast. 5 stars, of course, but a written review is also lovely. Okay. Have a really great day. Let me know if you need a chit chat. We can have a little coffee and connection call here sometime soon if that works good for you.